Chapter 4. There is something important about names. They give us a sense of individuality that doesn't waver no matter how many others share that name. Take it from a Joe in modern-day America. There may be a million other Joes in society around me, but every single one is as different as the 1,000,000,001 snowflakes that fall every winter. We do have a common ground. We all are under the preconceived notion that we are the only Joe in the world. This may not seem obvious to you non-Joes, but try sitting in a room full of Joes and call out that name. You'll see all eyes turn towards you. It's not that we are over-individualistic, we just respond to the sound of our name being called. Some people fear that the masses in China will invade the USA before the millennia is out. I tell you, it's more likely that the Joes will come together and take over the world. The same connection that Joes feel by sharing that biblical name, meaning the one who dies happy, can be somewhat related to the bond felt between those who share last names. The surname connects a family with a common point that makes everyone in the bloodline of equal value to the world at large. My last name keeps my family together no matter how screwed up we all become. There are some last names, though, that instill a sense of pride in those who carry them. These lucky people have a confidence that far exceeds the expectations of those who work alongside them. These people also have an inner strength that can be measured only against government officials and other world leaders. Jennifer King is one of those people. A leading biogeneticist, she had graduated from her American high school at the age of 15. She attended Columbia University and received her master's in biogenetic engineering by the time she was 22. She went to work at Biocen when she was 23 and has stayed with the company for 10 years. She took whatever theoretical problem was handed to her and figured out on paper what the solution to such a problem would be. Discovering uses for ibogaine was one of the side jobs she stumbled across while trying to find a way to curb the appetite of cattle. Being on American soil as she did her research made working difficult as ibogaine was outlawed. She packed up her life and moved to Thailand when Joachim offered to cover expenses. Thailand is where the 5'9" blonde geneticist has lived for 5 years. That is where she is now, dialing a phone, a connection to an American household. "Hiya, Miz." The familiar voice picks up the phone. "It's good to hear your voice," she replies. "Maybe the phone is the best thing in communications to date." "Did you get it done?" she asks. "Done and done, darling. It worked out perfectly. Just when you cut the power to the main office, I walked in and grabbed the backups. I had to knock out the programmer. When Joachim came in the door, I had to shoot. I wish you hadn't done that, baby. We're in enough trouble as is. So what's a little more?" "Don't joke about it." She was serious. "It's not like I killed him. I just incapacitated him. I should have killed him." "That's a horrible thing to say. We were only trying to stop his project, not kill the man." "If we just stop the project, he'll start another. I suppose he can live forever? We stole 20 years worth of research. He wouldn't have time to start again." "I don't know, hon. You should see what some of the papers over here are saying." "Christ! You mean this made the papers?" "Front page, baby." "Doesn't it worry you?" No. He's unconscious in the hospital. No one even has my likeness. No one even knows it was me. I don't care. You better leave as soon as possible. Don't worry about it. I'm holed up in a little house out on the island. I'll lay low until this blows over. Baby, you got to hear what the papers are saying. What's that? It says when they brought him in, he had lost a lot of blood, so they prepared him for a transfusion. When they checked his blood type, it didn't match up to any of the known types. They did another test and it came up the same. So they ran a DNA test on him that came up with, get this, a dating back 435 years. What? No shit. They figured it had to be a mistake, so they ran the test again. While doing that, one of the orderlies called the Daily News, and the next day his picture is plastered on the front page. How can that be? I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake, but if our man is that old, then he could start the whole project again and finish it in his lifetime. I should have killed him. Will you stop saying that? Everybody deserves to live. Not him. Not after what he did to me. So you're doing this out of spite? No. I'm doing this for justice. Our work is done. He doesn't have to die. I can wish he does. Damn it, Chris. You're creating bad karma by saying and thinking that. Miss King refers to the timeless web of karmic debt that holds all of humanity to this world. Good deeds, bad deeds, even neutral deeds have karmic worth. As the theory goes, we enter this world because of a painful separation from the divine. Upon entering, we also lose the wisdom that would guide us through it with ease. So we start making stupid mistakes. With every action for, against, or alongside the agenda of the world, we create karma for ourselves. Picture this. We are all connected to everything by a web of invisible force. Every movement we make causes a vibration that moves along the tendrils of the web. The vibration goes out and around the world, picking up speed as it causes occurrences of chance or luck in the lives it crosses, until it comes back to us as a tenfold version of what we originally did. The idea, however, is that a good deed greater than the evil done will even out the balance in the karmic bank. Come on, Jen. You know any karma is bad karma. Christopher is referring to the idea that any karma accumulated over time is bad for the simple reason that it will pull one back to this human existence to even it out. That theory kind of dictates that our purpose then would be to remain unmoving and undoing in life. Since that concept seems absurd to me, I'll have to side with Miss King. Don't give me that. You know damn well we've done deeds that will not be looked upon favorably when we are judged. Don't give it another thought. I was the one who shot him. I'll receive the karma. Some of it will rub off on me through relation. No, it won't. It's only passed through bloodlines and marriages. We're neither. This is mine and mine alone. Look, I had to break into Biosyn to shut the power down. I also put that virus into the system that will destroy the life's work of dozens of scientists, our friends and colleagues. They are not my friends. They didn't come to my defense. They didn't join me in stopping this thing. They only care about getting paid. Some of them have families to worry about. Is that supposed to mean I don't care for my family? Don't take it like that. No, Jen. I think that's what you meant. Why would I hurt you like that? We're in this together. I love you. Love can only carry so far. They both remain silent. It's a harsh truth he speaks of. Love is an emotion, a complex combination of neurochemical reactions and electrical impulses in the frontal lobes of the brain. Something in one's environment is detected by the sensory systems that causes this reaction. The only problem is the stimulus needed to initiate this condition. Although we can have our emotions stirred by any given object or subject in our surroundings, the likeliness of that same object or subject causing an identical emotional reaction twice in a row is slim or none. That is what seems to make coexistence with other humans difficult. Let's say that a husband and wife are married. The husband comes home early one night and fixes dinner before his wife gets home. He goes to town with it and prepares her favorite foods. He has her favorite wine. He dims the lights and puts on her favorite music. She comes home and is pleasantly surprised. They eat by candlelight. They dance to the music. They drink the wine. They have a night of passion. They fall asleep. Great thing, this love. Now, if the husband did the same thing the following night, do you honestly think the wife's reaction would be the same? Maybe if he waited until he could surprise her again, would she have a similar reaction? Not a duplicate reaction, though, just a similar one. The passion would probably be about one half that of the original event. Marriage is tricky. It needs a combination of predictability on the logical level, unpredictability on the emotional level, and the other way around. This paradox has to be performed in a cycle that suits both individuals. When someone figures out how the spirit fits into that mix, I'll think about getting married. Christopher knows about these things. He has been married before, but left that family 9 years ago to pursue his love for Miss King. The affair was purely accidental, if there can be such a thing. They were stationed together in the Grand Canyon to conduct fertilization experiments on the dry canyon soil. By the third night, they were sharing a tent. By the fifth night, Chris had decided to stay with her, leaving his wife of 16 years and 14-year-old daughter to fend for themselves. He paid child support until he left the country to work in Bangkok. Jennifer was transferred there as well. They lived together, but didn't marry. When Christopher learned of the biodome, he started a campaign among the other workers to stop the project. When he found no help from them, he and Jennifer took matters into their own hands. "What are you saying?" she asks tentatively. "I don't know what I'm saying. I guess you should get out of there." "My plane for Sydney doesn't leave for another 3 hours. Can I expect to see you there?" He was silent again. "My daughter's in New York. I'm going to try to find her." "And what? Try make amends for abandoning her?" The gloves were off now. "That's cold, Miz. It's true, too. Look, if you want to chase her down to try to alleviate the guilt you have, then you do it. But do you think she's going to come to Sydney with you? Do you really think she's going to go for the idea of all three of us as a family? You know damn well that it's either her or me, and that'll be her ultimatum to you." "Then I think my only choice is clear." Silence. "She's my child. I have to try to make amends." "You do what it is you want to do. I'll not hold you back." "I'm sorry." "For what? The times we've had together?" "For the mistake I've made. We shouldn't ever have been. Bullshit. I'm happy that I spent part of my life with you. I'll cherish those memories always. If this is where we end, then so be it. If I'm ever in Sydney, can I look you up? Of course you can. I still love you, Jen. So you say. Go find your daughter. Give her my best. I will. Goodbye, Chris. Goodbye. If ever there was an argument for telecommunications being the finest form of interaction between humans, I'm sure it included the split-screen shot of Jennifer and Christopher on opposite sides of the earth, each holding on to the receiver they had hung up, trying to convey the pain that only lovers, broken lovers, can feel.